enjoying the weather at all?
I never saw it. It was dark when I got here. It was dark when I came in. But I just ran around the rink, so that was nice. What's going on?
What do you take from the last game? You see a club build upon here and maybe hit the reset button, for lack of a better term?
Yeah, we weren't good enough, didn't compete hard enough, so it's over with. We just had a good run. Now we got to get back on another one. We play a team that's really hungry, really skating. They play their big guys a ton of minutes, and the goaltender's been real good for them. So we're going to have a test. Their D real active. It'll be a good game for us, and we're excited to play.
Morgan was just saying that he's maybe not getting so worked up in his own mind when he faces top guys like he was when he first started getting the assignment. Are you noticing comfort level that is greater with him when he gets the...
Well, I think the big thing, we talked about this a bunch of times, but, you know, obviously Ron Hainsey is a guy who gets him settled down. Moses skater, sometimes when he gets in trouble, he's skating all over. Just the net's right there, stand right there, they're going to come to you. So, but he's, I mean, it's like anything. You get roasted a few times, you learn, and experience makes you better, and he's getting better and better.
What was it about him when you identified that you wanted him to really learn to commit to play defense and shutting down the other team's top line? Why? What was it about him that you liked in that role?
Well, I thought he was a good player. A good player can skate. You need him on the ice. He's got to learn to play against good people, and no different with Austin. His first year, you don't play him against those guys as much. Now you play him against those people. You got to learn to play against the best people if you're going to be a good player and be important. So, you know, my first priority was to try to get him in a position to be responsible defensively. You're going to get all your offense if you got skill. Learn how to play without it, and then you have it.
Kind of the same sort.
When you go up against a team that plays the top line over 20 minutes, does that change maybe how you react to that?
What it does is it depends on what they're going to do with their first group. Like if they do what Montreal did and they're waiting for a certain line, and I didn't want that, then I went with 4 centers that I knew and go that way, and I might go that way tonight. But I'm going to see what they do, and then we're going to adjust to win the game.
What you just said about Morgan, there's this apply equally to Naz, the way his game is 7 points.
Well, I mean, Naz is a guy, he's figured it out, obviously, and sometimes what happens is you arrive in a place and you get credit for a guy that's suddenly playing better, but really what happened was he came of age and matured and made up his own mind. Like, one thing about it is until they decide, it ain't happening. Now, Naz, we play him against the best people all the time at home. On the road, they choose not to play against them as much as they can. In saying that, he plays hard. He's learned that if he gets to the net, he can score too. And he doesn't have a big bomb, can't score from outside. He's got to get inside to score. So I think he enjoys both sides.
Is that edge that he brings to the game, Mike, is that innate? Has it always been there, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know that because I didn't know Naz as a young player. I just know that it's an important factor. When you're playing against someone who might run you, it keeps you on your toes a little bit more.
Have you seen him elevate offensively? I know we were just talking about his shot previously. He's got a 7-game point streak going on here.
Yeah, I think he's just obviously comfort, but also understanding. And Naz always thought he was a power play flank guy and he was going to shoot. No, he isn't. Like, just figure out what you're good at and do what you're good at. And lots of us don't like doing what we're good at, though.
You know, we know we're friends with Todd McClellan. The Oilers going through a tough time. He got last night, kind of fell on the sword, said, you know, I have to take responsibility. They aren't prepared. Is there empathy as a coach?
Well, that's
like,
what you say as a coach, right? What else are you going to say? Yeah. So you come in and you say, I guarantee you they're prepared. I guarantee you he's doing everything he can. He's a good coach. So, you know, we all go through it. You're usually not as good as you think you are when things are going good, and you're not as bad as are when they're going back, somewhere in between. Just steady on the rudder and do your job.
Any lineup changes tonight?
There could be.